What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the Draft to Glory. In the last episode guys, we won the draft, we got a 50k and a 5k pack, and it was one of those very rare occasions where I don't actually think I'll make profit back even long term. Usually you get a load of cards that will always spike in value and make you some money back, but that 50k pack was so bad that I think we might have actually lost money for winning a draft for the first time in ages. But guys, if you are enjoying the content, if you're loving Draft to Glory, feel free to drop a thumbs up on the video. Let's go with the 4-1-2-1-2 wide. We obviously took the 4-2-3-1 wide last time and it was very effective. And let's start with Lionel Messi coming in that right mid spot. Hopefully we can get all of the big four, Ronaldo, Mbappe and Neymar, the best attack in FIFA, genuinely. Let's see what it prompts us with. Lacazette or Harry Kane. I've been using Edin Dzeko in champs and he's been great. Harry Kane's not too dissimilar. A little bit slower, doesn't have the 5-star weak foot. I think I'm going to go with Lacazette. Being French, he links to a lot of other cards very, very easily. Hopefully we get that Cristiano Ronaldo. We don't, so we'll take Luis Suarez as well with the sniper chem style too. I don't really have too much pace up front, so we're going to have to work on that going forwards. And let me know in the comment section below, guys, what your highest rated draft has been so far. For me, it's a 188. I know a 189 is possible, and we're going to take that Kevin De Bruyne as well. I'm not quite sure if a 190 is possible. I wouldn't mind getting the odd screamer card here or there as well, but we will go with, again, Felipe Anderson. This draft is half picking itself. Felipe Anderson with a Hunter Chem style will be really, really nice. That's actually a brilliant attack. We've got pace on the wings, but we don't really have much pace central, so hopefully we can get somebody to give us a little bit of pace central, and a nice icon here just to allow us to tie everything together. There it is, Marcel Desailly. Let's go, man. That's really nice. Messi's only one link away now. Anderson's only one link away. Obviously, Suarez, De Bruyne and Lacazette won't be able to get full chem unless we make some team changes. Let's see who we get at left back. We get Digne, and we'll take him. Why not? Let's go for a little bit of a French contingency down the back side. Oh, do you know? Oh, this is actually a phenomenal set of players. So first of all, guys, don't sleep on this guy, right? I'm using him in foot champs right now. Touch wood, this doesn't ruin my my streak. But I'm 17-4 at the moment, and he's my starting centre back, and he is good. You know, when you look at other centre backs that are out there, Titi, Longley, Varane, etc. You know, I know a lot of people use Joe Gomez and such. Jimenez is right up there with one of the best of the second tier. Of course, he's not quite Van Dijk's level. And we've got a choice here. Koulibaly's a nice card. Socrates is actually another very nice card this year. We've got a choice here of carrying on with the French theme, locking in that Digne chemistry, having La Liga to link with Messi, and obviously that strong link for Varane to Desailly, or we could take Big Verge. It would require a little bit more help to link for chemistry. I've got to go with Van Dijk. He's just such a good player. It might be a mistake chemistry wise. It's not going to be, because straight away Rafael Varane pops up again. So that was very nice. And then in at right back, just give me a La Liga right back. Give me the screamer Trippier. It didn't. So we could take either Arias or Hugo Mayo. I guess we'll take Arias. Remember his card last year? He had a few sick cards, didn't he? This isn't even bad. 91 stamina, decent pace. His defending is not great. His dribbling isn't terrible, though. And then in goal, a Lloris would go down a treat. Oh, good Lord. Well, that's that one out the window, isn't it? None of these goalkeepers link, and they're all silver. That is a little bit frustrating. However, we are 87 rated with two really low rated cards on our team. We've got a chance of hitting a 189 here. Come on, give me a big goalkeeper. Yes, Van der Sar. That's what I like to see. Gives Verge that full chemistry as well. Gives Varane that full chemistry. That team is brilliant. Other than the right back, I like this team. Now, I haven't really. Let's take David Alaba. Yeah, let's take David Alaba. I haven't really played 4-1-2-1-2 wide much this year, so I don't know how the formation necessarily plays. There is Kieran Trippier, but he's not the one that we want. He's not the 101. We'll take Trent as well. I wouldn't mind trying to get that higher rated draft. We're in a good spot for a 189. Just need a couple of big cards. Ooh. Screamer lacks ult. Jorginho Gundogan. See his goal yesterday? Brilliant finish. That's not a bad card as well. It's nicely well-rounded, that informed Gundogan. This lacks ult card is decent as well. Shot power, long shots, pace are very good. Passing is already quite decent. Good stamina. Dribbling is pretty woeful. Let's take Gundogan, man. Let's get that rating if we can in this draft. Which with players like that, we probably won't be able to. Gabriel will come on in for us right there. Now, I was going to say, do I start Benzema? But he actually doesn't. He gives Lacazette full chem, but he doesn't get full chem. Is he with a Hunter chem style as well? We could take Sterling as a sub and just have that pace, because we don't really have many great super subs, so we could have that pace up front. Alternatively, we could take Benzema, start him up front. Lacazette would go up to full chem, and then use Suarez as a sub for De Bruyne. What I like about this Benzema card, 6-1, 4-star, 4-star. Medium-low work rates, a little bit. But with that Hunter Chem style, he'll go to 89 acceleration, 84 sprint speed with really high-tier shooting. He's got decent dribbling stats other than agility and balance. So it is a good card. I'm going to take Benzema. We're going to start him. It won't have any negative implications to anyone. It will only have a positive implication to Alex Lacazette, who obviously will be our starting striker. And that's not bad to have Luis Suarez on the bench. Now, I want to go for the highest rated draft. But I also want to win the draft. And so, I could either take Bale as a sub or Carvajal as just a much better starter. Which is what I'm going to do. We're still 187 with 5 bench picks to go. That's not too bad. Okay, now it's looking a little bit worse. That is an upgrade. It's not much of an upgrade, but it is an upgrade. The silver comes off the bench. Come on, hit me with like a Pele or something, man. No, we'll take an 87 Bernardo Silva, though. He can go on instead of Arias. Does that drop us up or take us up a rating? No. We are going to need a Ronaldo or a Pele or something big. Ooh, oh, man, they're giving all the screamers. By the way, we used him last draft. He was great. I have to take this guy right here. Not because of rating. I just want to test him out. He looks like he's going to be a monster in this game. 6'5", 4-star, 5-star. Just brilliant shooting. Good dribbling all around other than balance, of course. Only 60 stamina, so he will only be used as a sub. But get him on there. Why not? Let's go, man. Screamer Ibrahimovic. Now our subs are very good. We got Alaba if we need to as a defensive sub. We shouldn't have to. And then we've got Ibrahimovic and Luis Suarez as our offensive subs. That's quite nice. That's not even quite nice. That is very nice. Oh, we get Ferland Mendy as well. Damn. Messi's on 7 chemistry anyway. Oh, that's what Suarez loses out, doesn't it? It loses the chemistry on Messi. I'm thinking we go Trent right back, Van Dijk right centre back, Varane left centre back, and Ferland Mendy at left back. It will lose us a little bit of chemistry on Felipe Anderson, but Mendy with the 5-star, 4-star. Let's have a look at how it will. Let's have a look at how it will look. That was a bit of a mouthful, but it makes sense. We pop him out there. As long as we still get 100 team chemistry, I don't really mind all that much. And then we could put Trent in there. No, see, it doesn't get 100 chemistry unless... No, even Luis Suarez doesn't help. Unless Suarez instead of Benzema works. It does not. All right, that's a shame. I would have liked to have started with that Mendy card. That's just too bad that we can't. So, that, guys, is where we're at with this team. It is, of course, a very nice team. I don't mind starting Messi off chemistry either. I don't think it's too bad at all. I do want to bring Mendy onto the bench so instead of Gabriel there. So it's not necessarily the highest rated bench that we could have. I don't think it would even be a 188 anyway, even if we took Mendy off the bench. It's not. So it's only a 187. Our subs will likely be Ibrahimovic for Lacazette, Luis Suarez for Karim Benzema, and then we've either got Bernardo Silva as a good offensive sub, or Alaba or Mendy as a good defensive sub. But this team in general looks really, really, really good. Let's get our manager in. A La Liga manager would probably be preferred. He doesn't benefit anyone. Not that we really need too much help. So the Argentinian manager will work well for Messi there. I think that's all we get. And then the Colombian manager, sorry, the French manager, but all of the French players already have 10 chem. So it doesn't make any difference. So we'll take this one and give Messi that extra chem point. So that, guys, is the draft. I just hope this formation plays well and hope we can do well with it. Let's get into the action. All right, guys, as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a very strong squad. Pele, Neymar, Messi, Puyol, Koulibaly and Zanetti, Oblak in net, De Jong, Idrissa Gueye and Verratti, and then Sergio Roberto at right back. There's obviously a couple of players in there that aren't necessarily like top tier, but we had a good game here. And I will start by saying I wasn't really getting on with this team, nor with this formation. You know, having a lack of pace in FIFA up front is tough. You know, obviously we had Benzema and Lacazette up top. We had Suarez and Ibrahimovic as our offensive subs. And the only real pace we had on the entire team was from Messi and Felipe Anderson. And I couldn't very well put those guys up front because then I wouldn't have pace down the wings. So, you know, the choices that I made, I guess, weren't necessarily the greatest for this draft. And 4-1-2-1-2 wide, I was hoping for some good things from this because we used the 4-2-3-1 wide in the last episode. And obviously we won the draft. But I struggle to just create chances in general, you know. The way the team sets up, because of the way that left mid and right mid are, you're essentially playing with just 3 attackers, just your strikers and your cam, because those wide players just don't get involved nearly enough. Not from my experience anyway. I'm sure some of you guys probably actually play with 4-1-2-1-2 wide. You probably enjoy the way it plays. For me personally, I couldn't get like enough attackers involved. You know, the way that this game works, you kind of need a 6-4 split for defense and attack. Unless you're using like the 3-5-2. But if you're using a 4-back formation, having your 4 defenders and then 2 defensive midfielders and then 4 attackers, whichever way you set those up, 3 cams and a striker, 2 cams and 2 strikers, or if you're playing 4-1-2-1-2 narrow and you have a centre mid, a cam and 2 strikers, etc. It's very important to have that 4-man attack because of the fact that people play so defensive in the game this year. You know, 1 depth, drop back, condensed, compact, trying to counter. If you've only got 3 players trying to break into that, you're then pulling, and what I experienced with this here, and you'll see with the goals I concede in this specific game, you're then pulling your CDM up the field, not even on purpose, just because he's the one there that offers the passes from your cam and your 2 strikers. And so you bring him up the field, your wide players are out wide and up top. And although width is very important in this year's game, when they're like that wide, they just really don't get involved too much. And what I found was that as soon as I lost possession, all of a sudden my opponents had their 4 attackers or 3 attackers, whatever formation they were playing, all immediately up against my 4 defenders. And it was really tough to deal with. So, you know, the way that I play this game, the way that my tactics and such run, I can't use this formation effectively. It's not to say that I can't win with it. You know, I still managed to pick up a win in the first round. We still managed to pick up a win here in the second round as well. Here's Zlatan Ibrahimovic with a lovely goal there to make the game 3-2 and turn this game in our favour. But I'm really, really having to work super hard to get my goals, basically. I did score a 4th goal in that game as well, but the guy had pretty much stopped playing, so I didn't really care to show that one. In the semi-final, guys, we come up against a 4-1-4-1 squad. So really interesting squad here. He's got Kocha, Bernard, Allen and Sissoko, Fabinho, Van Dijk, Romagnoli and Alexandro, Kyle Walker, Van der Sar. Like, by all accounts, other than his striker, that is a top team. He did eventually sub his striker out for Zlatan Ibrahimovic as well, but not before we managed to pick up the lead. So Felipe Anderson, you can see how he's super defensive as well. He's got his 3 attackers staying forward, so they're not on stay back while attacking or come back on defense. But he's 7-8 men in the box, and it makes it really difficult to break down. And when I took the lead here, what I should have done is I should have stopped playing the game. And I wanted to show me losing the ball. See here? I lose the ball just outside his box. 2 passes later, he's through and he scores. What I should have done there, after I went 1-0 up, is I should have started playing how he played. I should have played drop back, 1 depth, brought all my players back and just held onto the ball and passed it around his 3 attackers and waited for him to come on to me so that I could try and expose his back line and counter him. Wasn't the case, man. And then when I went to 2-1 down, I just fed into his hands, you know, fed into the way that he was playing this game, the way I should have been playing the game after I went 1-0 up. And sadly, I let it get away from me. We got it back to 3-2. And at 3-2, I actually hit the post. Really, really, really easy shot for Messi. Bounced off the post. And from that, he pretty much countered and scored to make it 4-2. But at 3-2, 55th minute, you know, I'm thinking to myself, hey, we've got loads of time here. But straight, you know, literally 2 minutes later, he goes down the left-hand side. I'm panic defending now. I'm rushing in. And again, even at 3-2, I should be playing drop back one depth and just trying to work my opportunities when I get them. It's a shame that that's how you have to play this game against quality opponents to make sure that you get the best out of it. But lesson learnt, guys, and we'll take that into the next draft as we lose this one 4-3. You'll see by the match stats as well. I probably deserved a little bit more out of the game than a 4-3 loss, but my own defensive inabilities cost me on this occasion. That is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. All right, guys, so we end in the semi-final today. I think that's honestly about the 10th time I've lost in the semi-final. Really devastating. I need to just get over that little hang-up. A quality opponent in the semi-final as well, but I played into his hands. I went 1-0 up, and he was on one depth, drop back, and just trying to spam through balls, which is just how most people play FIFA this year. And, you know, normally in Foot Champs, what I would have done there is I would have gone to my own one depth drop back whilst I was 1-0 up and been like, hey, if you just want to play 8 men behind the ball, I'll play 8 men behind the ball and I'll just, you know, shift the ball around my back line. Stupidly, because this is draft, I don't have like tactics set up and such, so I didn't have a one depth drop back tactic organized. And so I just carried on playing to try and score. And then he hit me on 2 counters in the space of like 5 minutes just before half time. And I could, like, at that point, now he has such an advantage because now he's on one depth drop back anyway. And it just played into his hands. So my own fault, really. Made a silly mistake there. Not to make excuses, because as I say, the problem that I had there was I tried to score more goals when I didn't have to. And he was a good player, you know, he counted me well. He played a good game. I don't particularly like this formation. It was very hard to get Messi and Felipe Anderson into the game. Not having 2 CDMs in FIFA 20, you are just crucifying yourself, man. Having just one there, because if you pull them out of position, which I tend to do quite a lot anyway, you're just leaving yourself massively exposed straight into your back line. So for me personally, 4-1-2-1-2 is not the greatest formation. But let's see. I mean, we're going to get 15k and a 7.5k pack again. There you go. Premium gold pack, jumbo premium gold pack. Hilariously, I think we probably have a better chance of making our money back out of these 2 packs than we did out of yesterday's draft win. We're going to get ourselves a rare card. It's a board or a walkout. Let's go. We hit a board out of a semi-final. It's Spain. It is striker. It is... Oh, it's about 800 coins. No matter if it's Morata or Costa. Sadly. Oh, what a pack. Look. I mean, this is a good pack. In any other FIFA but this, we get Costa, who's selling for literally about 1,000 coins. But there's also another 83 in there. Fabian's in there as well. That is pretty good. I mean, listen, right now, they're both worthless. We'll pop them onto the trade pile for him. That can go. That can go. We get Tarabat as well. Back in FIFA, of course. He's not really worth that much. But just off of the back of the fact that we've got 2 83s there, we get Knockout as well. And he'll sell for about 1,200 coins by the looks of things. Let's pop him up there. And then Cheryshev, who also isn't worth much, but that's not a bad pack. And that's what I mean. Like, we'll probably likely make our coins back out of these rewards, not out of the ones where we won the draft. So here we go with our second pack. It's going to be another board or a walkout. It's only a board again, but I'm happy with that. It's going to be... Now, whoa, it's Donnarumma. Let's go, man. That's awesome. I want to check. If he's 2-star, 2-star, somebody has figured out what the big flares mean. Somebody said every time that he gets big flares, it's a player that has 2-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot. He's not. Is there anyone here that's 2-star, 2-star? There is. Look at that. Now, that might just be dumb luck. But there you go. That is absolutely brilliant pack luck. For losing in the semi-final, listen, we're not blowing the world out of the water here, right? We're not getting Bales or Neymars or Messis or Agueros or anything like that. But to get an 85 and 2 83s, that's really nice. This guy as well, we are making profit there. Ismaili there will sell for about 3,000 coins, 2.5 to 3,000 coins, not bad. Chicharito, Samir Nasri might be worth a little bit as well. He's not really. And then Rodrigo here... Yeah, maybe like 800 coins. And then what consumables do we get? Any good? Any goods in here for us? A Deadeye. These are what, like 800 coins? Yeah, nice, man. Hey, profit is profit, guys. You got to take it where you can take it, right? Gladiators don't really sell, so we'll just store that in the club. We'll get rid of that stuff. That was a success. Listen, I don't mind losing in the, in the semi-final if we get that sort of pack luck. Not that it was like outrageous pack luck, but we have more than made our money back and turned a profit off of the semi-final loss there, which I'm absolutely delighted with. That, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.